So guys, move number 1, squats. Squats, what the squats do? The squat is working your glutes mainly, your legs, but mainly your glutes, also abs and the lower back. Depends on the squats. Obviously, I'm showing body weight squats, but you can do those squats with weights. We don't want to stay with the shoulders in, shoulders back and down, okay? Abs tight. When you pull those shoulders back, you don't want to pop your chest too much. So keep it nice and neutral, abs tight, you come up and down. And if you can, you do it continuously to keep the contraction also in your quads. Okay, guys, move number 2, lunges. Lunges, we keep the alignment, we keep the back straight, nice and tall through your torso, and we can do forward lunge and we can do a real lunge. We step to the back. And the tip number 1 with lunges, try to keep your feet slightly apart, hip distance apart. So when you step forward or back, you have a nice balance. Okay, so feet apart when you step forward or back. What happens when we have feet too close? It's harder to find your balance, and obviously if you don't engage your core, then you might just simply drop to the floor. So nice and tall, feet apart, abs tight, again pelvis forward, and you step forward with the front leg as long as you can. Ideally you want to 90 degrees angle both knees. And you can alternate or keep single-sided. When you come to standing position, you use the front leg. Front lunge is working your quads mainly, okay? So when you're here, you have to push from the front leg and then stabilize with your core to be nice and steady. Real lunge is working more your glutes, because when you step back, again, nice long step, you go as deep as you can, ideally 90 degree both knees. And to come forward, you have to squeeze your glute and push from your heel. And again, you can alternate right and left. Let's next stop push-ups, and you have a few types of press-ups, or called push-ups or press-ups. What they do, we work chest, shoulders and arms, and we can work the back of the arms, the tricep, which is that annoying flabby bit sometimes at the back of our arms. So if you're a beginner, you start on your knees, box position, and you just want to move slightly forward so that shoulder comes above your hands. You can have your hands slightly wider than your shoulders, and you try to bring your chest down to the floor. You go as deep as you can. If you're a beginner, that's all you might want to do. We don't want to be with hips back and going down to the floor with your elbows. You want to feel the weight of your body here. So if that feels already heavy, that's great, you're working, okay? And that's how you get stronger. More advanced, you simply just go onto your toes. Very important thing, you try to lift the whole body in one go from the floor. And here's the way how you shouldn't do it. Okay, guys, no waves. If that's too heavy and that's what you can do, that's what you have to do is just drop to your knees, down, and all in one go. No waves. And obviously, as I said, you have different types of push-ups. It depends how wide you go with your hands. You can go wider than your shoulders, and then you work mainly your chest. Try to make sure that your elbows point 45 degrees back. So no rotation in your shoulders. You don't want your elbows pointing out. You want your elbows point back. Tricep push-up is when we have the arm and the hands, elbows close to your trunk, Hands, you can have your hands a little bit to the side, pointing outwards, so that when you go, your elbows stay in rather than out. Okay? So you go from your knees or from your toes. And then obviously there's a lot of many other variations. There's super wide, there's super hard, but I think to go for harder moves, we have to have basics nailed. Let's go to plank. Plank. To make a plank really effective, it doesn't matter how long you can hold it for. It's how long you can hold it for with perfect form. Because it's all in the knees. You can start with your box position, more or less like that, toes under, and you just lift your knees off the floor. You can adjust your feet and try not to pike your hips. So this is where you don't work your core at all, and don't sink your hips. This is where you're aggravating your lower back. Also, don't shrug your shoulders. Everything is nice and round. Like with push-ups, shoulders have to be away from your ears. And you just hold it. The easier version is to be on your elbows and hold it there. And lastly, plyometrics. Plyometrics is simply applying jump to all those basics moves. And you can have plyo squat, plyo lunge, plyo push-ups. And what we do is we squat as we did before, so keep the form nice and steady, hips back, you go down, and with your hands, as you go up, hands go down, and you accelerate and jump up. The footwork, what happens to your feet is very important, because that makes the difference, and that can make the jump safer, more effective, and easier. So think about, again, lifting the toes as you sit back, push from your hips and push from your heels and squeeze your glutes to come up, and then you lower your toes, but you lift your hips and go up. And then you lower your heels, lift your toes again, hinge from your hips and go low, and you go up and down. And this is how can you practice. You can just go up to your toes, trying to find the balance. If you find yourself wobbling, core is not engaged. So engage that core, and when you're ready, jump. Plyometric lunges. So what you do, you lunge and you jump. And again, the same hand movements. If it's easy for you, you can keep your hands forward. But trust me, if you use your hands, you're going to have more power. The game here is to go as deep as you can, jump as high as you can. Okay, up and down. Don't forget to switch your legs. And there's another variation to this, and that can be called split squats. And that's when we alternate legs. We jump and we switch legs. So I'll show you easy version and then more advanced. So easier, you pulse and jump. Pulse, jump. Okay. More advanced. Push-ups. Push-ups, again, you can start with your knees on the floor. What we do here, we just jump, hands out. Very important, you want the elbows nice and soft. Don't lock it when you jump. You want to soften, push the floor away from you, and soften. Soft. Eventually, you can add the extra difficulty, and you can add extra push-ups. So you go down and push. Extra hard, you combine 2 push-ups here. Wide and narrow push-ups as you jump your hands out and in. Let's try. And you do at your own pace. Guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Share any feedback and comments that you have. And if you have any suggestions for any future videos with tips on fitness and nutrition, please hit me with those. I'm happy to record more and share them with you.